All right, welcome you guys to our team call, the first one from the cruise, since we're back from the cruise. First one of April, first one of the whole entire month since it's a Monday. Our calls are alternating if you're new to them. So every other Monday, it's either a What's Working call, which is what we have for you tonight. And then the opposite Mondays is a New Coaches Getting Started Right call. And then every Wednesday is a power hour. So that's where we're grinding, working, and doing all the things for an hour. So tonight we have Chelsey as our host. Something that's really cool that we're doing is a new leader, a new diamond leader on our team hosts every single week. So you get to hear from all of us and get different perspectives and get what's working from different coaches. And Chelsey, she probably won't brag about herself. So I wanted to mention that she just locked in 1-star diamond by building her husband's account to diamond. So she's now 1-star diamond leader. And she volunteered to lead tonight's call, but I thought it was perfect because she's been hitting Success Club in her account and her husband's account. And I've been hearing a lot of people saying, like, I'm barely hitting it in my account. How can I even think of growing another person's account? So I asked her to start off with sharing tips on how she's growing accounts and signing up all of the people. But with a What's Working call, we all share what's working. So whether you have a tip on social media or challenge groups or fitness tips, anything at all, then you can pop in and share that. But Chelsey, I'll let you take it away if you want to add anything or just jump right in. I unmuted you.
Okay, I was like looking for it. Hi everybody. I'm so excited to see all of you, especially Jess Bunk, aka Manly. I haven't seen you forever. Hello, you pregnant lady. Yeah, super excited to see all of you. I missed some of you guys on the cruise. And if I don't know you yet, it's okay. I'll see you next year too, or maybe at Summit. Hi. So I focus really heavily on hitting Success Club on my account and my husband's account. And now, starting this month, I'm going to start hitting Success Club on my mom's account too. I'm going to try. So how I do it. So no matter what, always the first week I make it a non-negotiable to lock in Success Club on my account. I used to tell myself when I was like kind of building for 1-star, I used to tell myself, okay, I will build, Justin's my husband's name, I will build Justin's account when I'm like at Success Club, but then I would just like mess around and I would be week 2 or week 3 and I still wouldn't be at Success Club 10. And so I asked myself, what can I do differently? So I think all of us in that last week, we have this fire, right? This like burning fire to like hit Success Club 6 or hit 20 or hit whatever the goal may be. What I told myself is, Chelsey, you need to have that fire. You have that last week. And for me, I'm a procrastinator. So I would even say that fire I have at the last 2 days. I don't know why, but I kind of think it's fun when you're at Success Club 4, not, and you really have to lock it in. So what I started doing was I treated that last week like I treated my first week like my last week. So like today, I was acting like it was the 31st. So I'm trying to lock in Success Club by tonight. And how I do that is I just send out the same invites, but I 10 times it, and I act as if I'm not going to pay my bills. I'm not going to ever see my dog again if I don't hit Success Club. I act like I'm not going to see my husband or my son, and it sounds really dramatic, but when I really think of it like this, like, gosh, that would literally break my heart. Like, tell me you wouldn't hit Success Club if somebody told you the one thing you love most in life, you'll never see that person, animal, thing again if you didn't hit Success Club. You would do it, right? So what's stopping you now? It shouldn't be anything. So when I go after my first week, I just go into it like it's the last week. I call inviting like a psycho. I send out mass invites, and the people who I invite to are the people who like my posts, the people who watch my stories, the people who comment on my posts, the people who are also watching my Facebook stories. And yeah, I just invite them. So then this kind of goes into, so I hit Success Club 10 on my account, and then I go straight into Justin's account. I don't even try to get another point on my account. If I ever hit over 10 on my account, that's because I got a follow-up and like somebody just randomly signed up. So as soon as I hit 10 on my account, I run for Justin's and I blow it up. If you're going after 1-star, don't even care about your account anymore. If you're after recognition, just say bye, because you're going to be at the bottom of the board. So, and then I just started blowing it up. I just add coaches like crazy. And then if I see that my mom's account's going to go active, I'll give her a random customer. And that's how I operate to keep everybody staying active, keep coaches going. And then, yeah, so I built Justin's account by just inviting like crazy and not worrying about my account at all. Put your account first, hit Success Club first, and then go straight into whatever second account you're building, which goes into my next, like I have 3 things that are working for me, and then we can all go to you guys. I hope that kind of helps. But yeah, hit Success Club immediately. Do not hesitate. Stop acting like you have the whole month, because you don't. You got to treat that first week, those first few days. And also, guys, it sets the tone for your team. If you're not hitting Success Club until the 3rd week of the month, do you think your team's going to hit Success Club? Do you think that, they say your team does half of what you do. So if you're hitting Success Club 6 every month, that means your coaches are probably not hitting Success Club. So our goal as coaches is to hit Success Club. That means we're building a business. And, I want to share this quote with you guys I heard on the trip. It really changed me. I went to the cruise that most of us were on recently, and I heard this quote and it rocked me. I went to the business building session. It was like, the girl's name is Amy Rada, and she's a really successful coach. And she said to everyone in the audience, she's like, if you or your coaches are not hitting Success Club, you are a discount coach. You are not even a working coach. So I was like, dang, she really just called us out like that. So if you're not hitting Success Club, change your mind. You got to get going. Okay, and then this just goes into my what's working. For me, what's working, I just saw, I don't know what coach did it, but I also am able to hit Success Club so fast because the last day of the month, I always throw out my most drastic transformation picture possible. Like, you probably want to share your most recent program transformation, but I don't recommend that for the very last day of the month. I say you find your transformation picture where you just look like you never wanted to share that picture ever in your life, and then your most in shape ever. Like, I try to do the most drastic picture ever on the last of the month. That way, I get all kinds of people in my inbox like, holy frick, how did you do this? Like, that's insane. Because a lot of the time you forget how far you've come. And maybe you don't even have a journey really. That's okay, because you have tons of coaches on this call that you can share their journey. So I lead with my most drastic transformation on that last day. And then what I did was, what worked for me in my Instagram stories, I put my most drastic transformation picture, right? And then you guys know that like little handle where you can like drag. Instead of doing a poll, I did something different. I did one of those things where you can do like the heart eyes and then it drags up, the drag drop thing. I did one of those to see what people would say but I did what did I say? I did like a fist, and I did, you ready to get fit with me? And then see who would drag it up, right? Well, I got like 32 people who dragged instead of voted on the poll. So do your most drastic transformation picture and just say something super simple like, hey, you ready to change your life? And then like do a drag thing, because I got so much new response off of that too. So maybe polls are phasing out, I'm not sure. Second thing working for me is something that's kind of just obvious. Get your butt to an event. For all of us that went on the cruise, I have had a lot of new interest because of being on this cruise. I have a lot of people signing up because they see that, we're on trips, we're productive, we're moving forward, and we have this awesome opportunity to travel, and it's really enticing. Tell me that when you guys didn't sign up with your coach, you're like, man, I really want to travel, right? That was something huge for me. I was like, heck yeah, I want to go on these trips and stuff. So obviously the cruise has come and gone, but it's your job to make sure that you are on that trip in the Dominican next year. You have 365 days to make sure that you hit Success Club each month, and you make sure that you're on these trips. And the next trip is Summit. If you have not got your ticket yet, go get your ticket, because I promise you, Summit will change your life. It will change your life. It will change your business. I would not be 1-star if I didn't go to Summit. I would probably not have a good working team if I didn't go to Summit. Summit changed my whole business. It changed my whole everything, my life, my income, everything. So go to Summit. And also good news about Summit is that tickets are on sale for I think $175 until April 7th. So really, if you're not in the running to be a success starter is when you hit Success Club your first 3 months in a row as a coach. If you're super new and you don't know what Success Club means, it means you help one person, and that's 2 points. And for helping 3 people a month, you hit Success Club, which is Success Club 6, because we can't really do 5 anymore. So get to Summit, buy your ticket. If you don't know what Summit is, it's just our annual business meeting. And big news flash, Rachel Hollis is the guest speaker. I mean, hello. Yeah, you definitely want to be there. So the drastic transformation swipe is working for me, events. And then the last thing that's working for me is, coaches always say, oh yeah, it's all about your hashtags. That's how you're going to get the new people, right? Well, yeah, it is about your hashtags, but something that's been working for me lately is so on Instagram, you get 30 hashtags, right? So what I do is I split them up. I'll do like 5 super broad hashtags, like weight loss, fitness motivation, some like super broad topics, Disneyland, because everybody and their mother's hashtags Disneyland, okay? Mom of boys. I'm sorry if you think you're unique, you're not. Everybody hashtags mom of boys or mom of girls, girl mom. So I do those like 5 broad ones, and then I start as I go. I kind of treat it like a pyramid, like super broad, and then I'll go down the list. And then when I'm down to like my last 10 hashtags, I find myself asking myself questions to get more specific about getting more people in my network. And how I do that is like even like 20 minutes ago, I was sitting on my phone, and I love Disney, right? I'm a total Disney person. I started asking myself, what do I like about Disneyland? What are the things I go there for? What do I eat while I'm there? What do I wear while I'm there? For me, I personally love the mint julep bar. If you're not on the West Coast, you probably don't know what the mint julep bar. I don't think they have it on the East Coast, but my grandma as a little girl, she used to take me to the mint julep bar all the time. So it turns out that hashtag's pretty unique. So you just have to think about what you like about the topic, what you eat, what you do. Why is that topic specific to you? And get your hashtags narrowed down to something that's going to help you find more people in your tribe that not everybody's going to find. Like, half of you don't even know what a mint julep bar is. So, I mean, I also found a lot off of like something my son watches. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, mom. Like, do you know how many moms sit at home watching Mickey Mouse? I see like half you like, girl, I'm about to do the hot diggity dog song for you. Like, you just have to get super specific about what you want, and just question yourself. You're almost like interviewing yourself when it comes to your hashtags, and just don't overthink it. Like, you're making it way more complicated than it has to be. So just have fun with it, and yeah, that's pretty much all what's working for me right now. What's working for you guys?
I just want to say I have no clue what a mint julep bar is or that song or anything, so which I love because like we have completely different markets, and that's the best thing about coaching. It's like we all have such different target markets. So I love that. And you guys, the events, obviously Indianapolis, our summit event, and the Success Club trips are the best, but if you didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call today, go listen to it because it was all about inviting to all events, including the Super Weekend, which is the weekend of April 12th, 13th, and 14th, based on where you're located. And they're all over the US, Canada, and UK. So if you don't know where the closest one to you is, it's in our online office. If you click on, I think, events, and then find an event or Super Saturday. I Googled it, actually. I did Team Beachbody Super Weekend, April 2019, and it popped up. But get to an event and bring a friend. I brought Gretchen, my twin sister, who was not coaching at the time, and now she's a coach. So yeah, bring a friend, and it's a lot of fun. What's working, guys?
Who has importance on the board? Oh, go, Jess.
Go ahead, girl. You take it.
So, like Chelsey said, what works for me is I post all kinds of stuff throughout the day, and I message everyone that likes it or that comments or anything, even pictures that aren't related to fitness. I message conversation, throw it in there. I'll get maybe like, oh yeah, not right now, or I'm doing this right now, check back with me next month or something, so that I'm like, I will. So then, I'm sorry, but that's just kind of what's been working for me, and I seem to hit Success Club every month just by doing that. Whether it's just make it to Success Club 6 or, well, that's about as far as I've gotten, but at least I'm making it. So that's what's working for me. So I'll mute myself because my son's wild.
So for me, one thing that's always worked for me and consistently works for me is being real with my followers. I am very much, speak what's on my mind. I show up on my Instagram stories looking like a hot mess at like 5 a.m. I got bedhead, haven't brushed my teeth. It's not a good picture. But people respect that I'm not trying to be perfect all the time. And I went from, working out 7 days a week, being on point with my meal plan every day, to getting pregnant and gaining like 30 pounds in 3 months. And just like sharing the daily struggles have kept people interested and kept me growing new followers, just by not trying to be like fake about it. Like the days that I can't work out and the days that I, have my head in the toilet, I will share that. I talk about the rough days, and moms are just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how you do it. Like I had someone message me today because I had burpees from Transform 20 on my story, and they're like, how do you do that? Isn't he in your ribs? I'm like, yeah, he is. But just being real and authentic has kept me and my business going.
I love that. I definitely get more engagement on my posts when I talk about the shitty workouts that I've had or the crappy nutrition that I've been eating, because that's relatable. Like people don't want to see perfect. And as you were talking at it, I had a tip that's been working really well for me with polls on my Instagram stories. I don't make them about fitness or nutrition, or like coaching or anything. So the other day I call them toad in a hole. It's the toast that you cut a hole out and you crack an egg in it and then you cook it. And so I did a poll and I said, what do you call them? Toad in a hole or lighthouse eggs? Because my husband calls them lighthouse eggs. And I should go back and see how many, like way more than I'm like, are you ready to join me? Or like, how's your nutrition? Like people don't want to own up to that. So I got a ton of that. And then people also messaged me saying, I call them eggs in a basket. Or I heard like so many different things. I'm like, cool. Hey. And then I then lead into the whole nutrition or joining my accountability group, but making it completely unrelated. I mean, I guess it's kind of nutrition related, but not like a specific join me type of poll.
I literally had no idea what you were talking about until you said eggs in a basket. I was like, what?
Yes, thank you. I call them eggs in a basket too. I'm like, lighthouse eggs.
That's exactly. I was like, what's a lighthouse egg? You weird East Coast people.
You call them that. Yeah, a lot of people message me privately saying, I call them eggs in a basket. Or someone said, an egg in a hole. And I was like, I guess that's the most literal version.
I have a question. So I want to know like kind of what's been working for you guys with follow-ups, because I'm just now being able to get out of my head and actually reach out and invite, which is going really good. But I think most of the people who I've already talked to, I could follow up with. So I'm just kind of like trying to take that step. What is a good way to like introduce back the idea after someone's like, nope, I don't want that. Or I don't want to spend the money, or, things like that.
Well, whenever I try to follow up with someone, I try to, first of all, see where they're at in life. I mean, that's always super important to like go scroll their feed and their like profiles, because you're going to look like a real ass if somebody's parent just died or somebody just died and you're like, hey, I want to start my accountability group. So make sure, one, to go check out where they're at in life. Maybe something horrible just happened and you're being a heartless bee inviting them. That's first step. Step two is, just be genuine with your follow-up. Like, hey girl, I know that, timing or finances didn't work in the past, and that's totally fine, but I do have a new group and I totally thought of you. Do you want to give it a go this time around? If not, that's totally okay too. Just wanted to let you know that you were on my mind.
That sounds super genuine. Way
Right?
better than what I thought of in my head.
No. It was there. You were warming up.
Thank you.
I'll go. Hi, everyone. So something that works for me as far as like getting info and signing people up because I work my business so sporadically throughout my day is forms. So I don't know if all of you have a form that you have your potential challengers or coaches fill out. But when I do specific program groups, I will so I have had one for 80 Day, had one for Lift 4, Transform 20, etc. And then I have a generic one, so it kind of bases on what type of group I'm currently running. I run out ongoing groups on Facebook, but I keep it in my Linktree link. And on the form, it's just easier because I will invite, same like these guys have been saying through Instagram, people watching my Instagram, commenting on my post, all that stuff. And then if they tell me they're interested, I give them a brief description, which I save in the notes section of my phone of my group. And then if they're still interested, I ask them to fill out my form. And I just kind of say, like, if you don't mind taking 2 seconds to fill out the form, it just gives me a good idea of your commitment level and your goals. And so within my form, it has them talk about their goals that they're looking to achieve within the group. If they're in the US, Canada, UK, I gather all their info, so their email, their name, their Instagram, their Facebook name, best contact form. And then I also include Shakeology flavors on there and Recover flavors. So when I do go to send that share cart, it's all right there. And I also even ask if they're willing to invest a certain amount of money, and I lowball, depending on the pack or the program pack, the lowest amount, and I give them a range. And so and I give them yes, no, maybe. So again, I get like the idea of people's commitment level. And it's just made it a lot easier because then I don't have to do that whole back and forth thing. They talk about their nutrition in there. They talk about their goals, why they want to work with me. So it's easier for me to have that conversation and get kind of right to the point of why they want to join the group, what's going to be best for them. And then also what's really great is, one, if they're taking the time to fill out the form, I know they're more serious. So I feel like they're not wasting my time, but I try to be the most efficient that I can be with the time that I have. And then what's also great about it is if they don't actually commit to joining, I have this email list of people that I can go back through into my forms and follow up with, like each month or like every couple of weeks. So it's kind of like a tracking system all in one of these people that were that serious to the point where they took the time to fill out the form. And that has just been working really well for me. I think someone asked if I could. Yeah, so I can post it in here. It just depends on if I'm talking about a certain group, but I can post them in here. They're super brief. And like I said, I literally save everything in the notes section of my phone. Even once we do get through that conversation, I have there's different bundle pricing options. I send them the visual. I tell them everything they're getting, and I save it all right in here. So all I have to do is copy and paste, and maybe tweak a little bit. But that's just been as far as time efficiency, the easiest for me to get people signed up and into a group. So, and if any of you want to see, I think I have 2 forms in my bio right now, or 3 with coaching, but you guys can, in my Instagram, if you wanted to look at them to see what they were. But it takes not a lot of time. I do it through Google Forms. There's also Jot Form, I think it's called. But it doesn't take a lot of time to set up, and it's just been really helpful for me.
So you said after they fill out your questionnaire, do you go in and say like, great, saw everything, I recommend the Game Changer, you get this, this, and this for this price?
So, okay, sorry.
How much connecting do you do with them before you say, like, fill out my form?
So most of the time, it just depends on how I invited them or how they messaged me. But like, say they dropped their email on a post or something, which honestly I don't get a lot of. It's usually a lot of me reaching out to people privately. But if it's like a direct, they dropped their email or they dropped an emoji, I'll just like thank them for leaving their email or whatever. And then just say like, hey, do you mind taking 2 seconds to fill out the form in my bio so I can get an idea of your goals and your commitment level, and then we can keep chatting. And I'll just kind of keep like connecting with them as they do that. But then I kind of just go right into like, hey, thanks so much. I just got your form. Like, thank you for doing that. Like, I obviously read over their goals, so I'll say a little something that they wrote in what they wanted to achieve. So like, love that you want to use this group to get in shape for your sister's wedding, or, you know, whatever their reason was, I kind of repeat their goals back to them. And then if the program seems like a good fit for them, then I'll say, I think it's going to be a great fit. But then I kind of just say like, next step as far as getting started and in the group is just kind of seeing which bundle is going to work best for you. Are you ready to like start chatting about that? And then they'll usually say yes. And so then I tell them what the bundle, so I have a description of what, like the 80-day obsession, for example, what that bundle comes with. I have a quick description, and then I just say there's a few different bundle pricing options based on if you wanted to incorporate our performance line as well. And then I say, but let me send you over a visual really quick so you can look it over yourself and just let me know which one works best for you. So then people will ask questions, or they just say, I'll go with, you know, whatever they're called. But it's like, it's really simple because you obviously don't want to like throw up on people with all the info. That has never worked really well for me. But I think for the people that are seriously interested, if they can go somewhere and kind of just like quickly type in their info and then just like get the information from you, like they're going to join your group, you know, because they want to really join. And so it's just worked really well for me.
I will also add to that amazing, amazing advice, and totally 1000% true, that another amazing benefit to having, I don't really use my, okay, no thank you, using my link in my bio, is that when you're like, yesterday I literally had somebody fill it out. Oh, and by the way, make sure if you do have an application in your bio, you have the notifications on it to get an email for the application, because maybe you never set the little thing to where you get a notification. Then you have like 5 applications for people who wanted to start their fitness journey you didn't even know. So I had a girl fill it out yesterday, and I had no idea she was even interested. And I like messaged her. I was like, hey, do you want to get started? She literally signed up like right then and there. So it's just good to have it for the people who stalk your profile and go into the link in your bio and they just fill it out. So 100%.
Yeah. And sometimes even as like your call to action in your post, like instead of saying drop an emoji or, you know, leave your email, you can just say like link in, like click the link in my bio to fill out the application. And like Chelsey was saying, those people that watch you but are too afraid to like publicly let people know that they want to join something or message you, like they'll just go and they'll just fill it out. But definitely put the notifications on, because I put in my applications that I'll respond within 24 hours. And so, yeah, that's happened to me before too, where I was like, shoot, this person applied like 3 weeks ago. So I learned my lesson with that in the beginning. But
also, what I love about Ashley, oh my gosh, totally girl crushing right now. Every time I like go to her Instagram stories, she is so like okay, so first of all, her feed is freaking beautiful on Instagram. Second of all, she is a queen at Instagram stories. Like, she is so good at visual aesthetics and just saying the right things. So if you guys ever need any inspiration, keyword inspiration, go check out Ashley's Instagram because she is just fantastic. And if my coach didn't sign me up, I probably would have signed up with Ashley like 3,000 times.
You're too sweet. I am huffing and puffing because I'm very pregnant, so I can't even breathe anymore. So thank you.
I like how Jess is like, uh-huh.
Dude, I sound like a winded cow in all of my Instagram stories because I'll go on as soon as I wake up because I work out in the morning and I'm walking up my stairs and I'm like, let's work out, like dying.
Does anybody have any Success Club points on the board yet? Hello, Brittany Rogers. Please tell us how you signed somebody with the $3.99 challenge pack in the Bahamas.
Okay, so randomly, Clint, my husband, has to go to every brewery in every location that we ever travel because he's a craft beer guy. And so the very last stop that we made in the Bahamas was the brewery. And we sat down at this kind of like long table, and a woman and her husband and their 2 teenage kids sat down across from us. And she was like, oh, hi, where are you from? What are you doing here? And so we started talking about the cruise. And she was from North Carolina. They just took a last minute trip to the Bahamas. I'm not really sure what that means, but their daughter was going to be a senior next year. So they were like, oh, we're just going to up and go to the Bahamas to celebrate that. So someday I'm going to live that life. But so we started talking about the cruise and how every single person on the cruise was a Beachbody coach, and how, you had to qualify to get your spot. And she was telling me how she used to do Slim and Six and something else, Insanity maybe, I don't know. But she had the DVDs. So that's how long ago she did it. But she was like, I saw such good results with that, and it's so awesome that everybody on that cruise is so great. And she's like, how would I get in contact with you if I wanted to do that? And I was like, oh, well, you can just give me your email and then I'll, get a hold of you. So I took her email and we got back on the ship, and then we docked the next morning. And on our 17-hour drive home, which actually turned into about 19 hours from Florida, I emailed her and I just said, hey, it was so great to meet you, whatever. Are you interested? And she was like, I can't wait to get my share cart. So she was telling me about how, she couldn't wait to get back to a better diet and no alcohol, and how bloated she was. So I was like, oh, okay, well, do you want me to throw on a 3-day refresh? Because that's really good after a vacation. And she was like, yeah, throw that on there. I want to do this challenge pack, and I want an extra bag of shakes, and I want a 3-day refresh. So I built the share cart for her. She never asked me one time about price, and I sent it to her, and it was like $344 before tax and shipping and everything. And I'm like, you guys, I just sent somebody a $350 challenge or share cart. And sure enough, we went back and forth on email for a couple times, and she signed right up. So that was the highlight of my trip.
You're a queen.
I don't even know, I wasn't even trying, but that's my tip is when I'm not trying, that's when I do the most. Like when I'm being that pushy, annoying, like you said, it's the last day of the month and I'm at FC4 and I'm like, oh my God, I have to be totally annoying to get one person to sign up. That's when people are turned off by it. But when I'm just like, oh my God, I'm here on a trip because I did well. She was just like, all right, here's $350.
Definitely. Yeah, kudos to you. When you wrote that in our group chat today, I was like, you're a queen, dude. There's just nothing else to it. That's so awesome. And yeah, being at that, I have literally, is Ashley on this call? Yeah, she's right there. Okay. I have been with Ashley Lashire the last hour of the last day of the month, both of us at SC4 just oh my gosh, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna do this? It's the worst feeling in the world. doesn't just make you feel bad about your business, it makes you feel bad as a person. Like, it sucks. So I would just say to everybody, just act like you only had 3 weeks. It's just all about grinding now. But yeah, Britt is awesome. I don't think I've ever signed anyone with a $3.99 pack ever. So you're a queen, and that's awesome.
She never once asked me. That's like the most amazing thing. It's like how you know how rich she is. Again, like I said, spur of the moment trip to the Bahamas said a lot to me, but everybody else, I'm like trying to hustle these people for $160 challenge packs and like trying to show them that it's worth the investment. And everyone's like, oh, it's just so much money. And this lady's like, nah, that's fine.
But that also says a lot about you. Just like she looked at you and she saw like a great person and she felt confident with you, and that says a lot, that she was willing to like take you as her coach or have you as her coach, and like you should be proud of that.
Thank you.
I was gonna say too, like, yeah, she sounds like she has a ton of money, but she trusted you to do that. Like, she could easily have just like blown you off and like not responded to your email. So, yeah, I think another tip, you guys, is just build trust with people. And you build trust by wishing them a happy birthday. You build trust by asking them how their dog went after their vet appointment. You know, like little things like that adds up over time, and they're going to sign up with you when they're ready versus some random person that reaches out for the first time and is super salesy. Or you build trust meeting somebody in the Bahamas and just being super friendly.
Somebody that just talks to every random person they've ever met in their life. That's how you make customers.
That is so not me. I've been coaching for 5 years and I still get all weird when somebody asks me what I do.
I think the thing with me is though, like, I have this huge, amazing transformation, and I love to show that to people because I'm not a salesy person and I hate to push things, but I want people to know that I genuinely am selling this product that works. And so I'm like, look what this did for me. And so people are so blown away by that they want it. And I can be 100% genuine with that instead of being like, you know, here's this mascara and it's great and you should buy it. Like, I'm literally like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, look at my transformation and look at this trip that I'm on, and like, I can just actually be excited about it, and I want to tell everybody about it, and I want to like bottle the feeling and sell it to you. So
I feel like you should make a post right after this. I feel like you're on fire right now.
I am so on fire right now. Not even just today, but like, I don't know. I'm ready to just run with okay, full confession here. My cat just fell off the table. I'm sorry. He tried to jump up and he caught the corner of a placemat and just slid right off. Anyway, in December, I was feeling really horrible about myself and I wasn't hitting business goals. And so I was just like, I'm going on the Success Club trip and then I'm quitting. Like, I'm not going to coach anymore because I'm not in it. I'm not growing my business. I've been stuck at Emerald forever. Don't know how to make people coach. And then the invitation for Punta Cana came out and people were coming to me at that point instead of me trying to go to them. And I was like, okay, well, maybe we can make Punta Cana work. Like, maybe after that. And then we went on the trip and then it was just like everything exploded. And now I'm like, this happened at the exact right time because I was feeling like I was in a hole and this just completely rejuvenated me. So
why do you think the trip changed it for you?
The trip always changes it for me. It's like Summit. You come back and you have this fire under your ass. And I mean, everybody is just like, you know, you actually get to be with the people that you work with, and everybody's got this like excitement and it's contagious, and everybody, you know. And I also kind of feel like I'm at the bottom of the totem pole on the Success Club trips because, you know, I've been coaching for a little less than 2 years. Like I said, I have never ranked above Emerald. I even am kind of going in and out of Emerald in just a coach status. And so I feel like being around a whole crowd of people who are like up here, it makes me want to be there.
Good for you, girl. I'm happy you're there. I'm happy I got to get to know you and watch some awesome pub music. It was fun.
I signed Clint up today, so that's the start of my emerald push.
Nah, girl, you're going to be diamond by the end of this month.
I mean, yeah, diamond. Did I say emerald?
You meant diamond.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm so excited for you. That's so exciting. Good for you. Get the hubby on board.
Chelsey, I have a question for you that's kind of unrelated to anything we've been talking about. So one thing that has really caught my attention, I've known you for a while now, but one thing that's really caught my attention about you is your videos of you and Justin. And you've been really consistent with that, and it makes me want to watch them every day. You have like the cute little text across it. Have you seen growth in interest in your business since you've been sharing that daily? Like, do you feel like that helps people attracted to you, or is that just like something that you wanted to start doing?
1,000,000,000% I've seen growth since I've started doing that. I noticed, I'm the type of person who sees someone being very successful and then I'll adapt a concept and I'll make it my own. I saw some top coaches doing videos like how I do now. I saw them doing it and then I just like kind of made it my own. But yeah, I started doing that, and then also when Justin quit Transform 20, but when we were doing Lift 4, and then he got halfway through Transform 20, like I saw so much momentum. If you have a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you can get them in on one clip or anything. I have seen so much growth in my business getting my spouse on board with just doing a freaking video with me. Like, oh, that's so inspiring. I wish my husband, boyfriend, blah, blah, would do it with me. Like, so getting Justin on board that way, but also just the video itself every single day. So also what you're saying is just the clip, the video, but in the video also I put one hashtag and then a location and then I hide it. So, and I do a different hashtag and a different location every time. And I'm getting tons of people seeing this video. And most of the time when I post those videos, it gets on the story of that hashtag, like, oh, it's on the Disneyland story of the day, and I get so many eyes on those videos. So yeah, it's cool to see a move of the day or like, I don't know, little clips of your workout, but when you make it fun, upbeat, and you have some music or something, I've noticed that personally I've seen so much more momentum and so much more people messaging me about my workouts.
Okay, do you just share them on your stories, or do you put like posts of your videos too?
Okay, so what I do is, if any of you guys want to write down how I do my videos, I get a lot of questions a lot of the time. in my library of my iPhone, I record like 6 moves during a workout, right? I don't post all 6 moves because then you're just giving away the whole workout. Then I shorten them to like 6 seconds. Say I shorten 4 videos, 6 seconds, and then I plug all of those videos into an app called Video Shop. From there, from Video Shop, I turn the volume off on all of them, all 4 clips, and then it's all mashed together at this point. Turn the volume off on all 4 clips. I speed it up to 1.6. Then it's all speeded up, but it's silent. Then I take that, plug it into an app called Hype Type, and then from there, I just choose a song and then a motivational quote of the day. And then once I get it out of there, it sounds like a long process, but now it only takes me like 10 minutes. Before it used to take me like 30. It takes me like 10 minutes, and then I throw it onto my Facebook story and then my Instagram story. So it will be a between 10 and 15 second clip, and then I'll throw it into Instagram story, Facebook story, and then every day the next day I message every single person who watched it. And then I make sure on my Instagram stories to do a new location and a new hashtag on it so that I get different viewers every day. Because people watch it that aren't even following you. So, and I get so much momentum off just doing those clips. That's why, like, I didn't work out today. I'm so sorry, guys.
So you message people that watch the video but aren't following you?
100%.
What do you message them?
I say, hey, babe, notice you've been watching my stories. Have you ever thought about starting your fitness journey with me? So, like, I find the shorter you keep it, the more simple you keep it, the easier it is.
So even if you've never connected with them, you don't know them, nada.
But they know me. That's how I.
Chelsey.
If they're watching your stuff, they're obviously interested enough to for you to reach out to them.
That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm not even reaching out to any of those people. If they're not following me or I haven't talked to them, I'm not reaching out to them.
If they're watching your stuff, you need to be messaging them.
Okay.
Because it's not like a cold, I mean, it's cold for you, but to them, I mean, they've been watching your stuff. They know about you. Like,
so even if they've watched only like one story, you still reach out to them?
I reach out to them every single day.
Damn it. Okay. It's going to be a game changer.
But if you, like for you specifically, you're a full-time worker, I would say pick the clips in your stories that are most important. So I message the people on my workout clips and maybe like a meal prep clip. If you have all the time in the world, then sure, message every single story. But if you're posting like 10 stories a day, girl, you're going to be messaging a lot of people. But if you don't have a lot of time in your day, choose your workout clip because you know they're stalking your workout clips, so they're probably interested in workouts.
Dude, I'm slacking.
Hey, it's okay. That's why we're all here to learn and grow and be great.
I would have to agree with you about the posting with your hubs. Like, after I started posting a lot of videos or like just sharing that my husband drinks my bag of Shakeology every morning. And like I had to go order him one of his own. So like once I started talking about that, it seems like I got way more engagement just from having like that transparency and just talking about like how we're fighting over one flavor or how he's, drinking up all my stuff and now he wants his own flavor. So I think it's really interesting.
They just got to make Shakeology for dogs and then I can relate.
Right.
Just make it a family affair because that's relatable as.
Literally, I just gave my uncle, I should have recorded a video. I literally just gave my uncle like a box of Shakeology because I was just like, here, try it. I've got plenty. I want you to, and he's came from like 600 pounds down to almost 300 pounds, guys, on his own. So like the fact that I'm trying to get him into Shakeology now, like that could be a huge transformation for someone. Like I when I look at transformations, I look at the people who've lost a shit ton of weight. No offense, Chelsey, you lost 71 pounds. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going with that girl. Because like you lost a shit ton of weight, like that, like, fuck, if you could lose that much weight, then like, why can't you help me?
Girl, 3 years. But yeah, I mean, is everybody's questions answered? I think that there's a nice little fire going in this. There's like a little fire pit in the middle, and we're all like, ooh.
I mean, I have a question. How did you turn into such a babe? Like this picture is fangirling so hard.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go.
Yes, I love that photo.
I voted that photo the bomb.
Yeah, new profile pic right now.
You guys are too much. You guys love this. I love you guys so much. I'm like
That's
shaking right now. I'm like,
right there. That's the top coach picture.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, whatever you want to be, you just got to act like it, dress like it, walk like it, talk like it, and that's it.
I think this Transform 20 is going to kick my butt, and I'm going to have to agree with you guys about what you said and how you were yelling at Shanti because I'm already like day one, and he's getting on my nerves. But I'm excited to see like the transformation.
Question for you guys. Who is going to be, okay, so this is kind of funny. Justin calls the Transform 20 Lift 4 Hybrid, the 420 hybrid calendar. So who is doing 420 hybrid calendar starting April 15th?
I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to do it. It's a bit tough, but I'm down.
So I'm going to be using that as leverage for the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
So how come it doesn't come out till the 13th?
Oh.
Joel and Sean are releasing the calendar on the 14th. I don't know why they want to release it then. That's just what they want to do. So,
But it's Transform 20 is out like publicly now on the 1st, right? As of today.
correct.
That's fucked.
Why are you mad?
People want to start on the 1st, can't do the shit 2 weeks in.
I know.
First and the 15th, girl. You
Like an
get to your
OCD
hand.
person's nightmare. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I want to start on the 1st. And like,
You say an OCD person's nightmare?
yeah, you don't start shit on the 1st and then wait 2 weeks for a new fucking calendar to come out to just fucking start over again. I want to, like, do it all right now.
I'll make sure to tell him.
Be like,
Put in a good word with Papa Elf.
He's so cute.
I love your nails, Chelsey. You did a wonderful job. I'm very proud of you.
Guys, I can't take one more compliment. I'm going to explode.
Girl, where'd you get that shirt, Pink?
Stop. Okay, if you're my coach, you must mute yourself right now.
That mom bundle, sexy.
All right, done. Okay, bye. Okay. So Sam, you want to take over?
I was just gonna say, I'll take over. All right, you guys, thank you so much for having. I loved this call. I wrote down so many tips in my phone. We'll post the recording probably tomorrow morning, so watch it again or send it to all of your coaches that weren't able to hop on. And yeah, work like it's the last week of the month. Lock in Success Club like ASAP, no later than the 10th, so we can start working on other accounts. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.